presença de entidades extraterrestres no planeta Terra. Os denunciantes. Com um universo gigantesco, muito se especula sobre a existência ou não de vida inteligente e complexa em outros mundos do nosso universo. Especula-se também na possibilidade da presença de entidades extraterrestres, entidades extradimensionais ou outras categorias de consciências cósmicas aqui no planeta Terra. Ao longo dos últimos anos, têm surgido os denunciantes. Os denunciantes são ex-agentes especiais, ex-militares, cientistas e até ex-membros de alguns governos importantes. Eles vêm ao público divulgar a presença e interferência de entidades extraterrestres ou extradimensionais no planeta Terra. Vamos assistir a alguns desses denunciantes e suas declarações sobre a presença extraterrestre.
I read first-hand reports, verifiable NATO military material that indicated that the UFOs were not only real, but they represented something far beyond anything I had ever imagined before. When the study was concluded in '64, they concluded that there were 4 different groups apparently coming and visiting us. Out of those 4 different groups, one group looked exactly like we do, so much so that they could sit beside you in a restaurant or in an airplane or in a theater, and you'd never know. And they were apparently interplanetary. Some very likely were interstellar. They even concluded that some of them could be intergalactic. Many of our military people knew at that point that we were not simply dealing with visitations from people from other planets or star systems. They had concluded by '76 that some of these visitors very well might be multidimensional in their source. The truth, Don, apparently is simply this, that we're not alone, we've never been alone. We are apparently part of an infinite universe filled with intelligent life.
I think there have been face-to-face meetings, probably with species who look very much like humans. And some of them come from planets in our own solar system. And they are people who could be walking down the corridors of the Pentagon and would be unrecognized. Then there are other species, such as the Greys, for example, which are very distinct in their looks. They're short, they have very large heads, very long arms, and very big eyes, and they're more like the ones that we usually see in the cartoons of extraterrestrials. They're not little green men, which we used to say, little green men from Mars, but they're short, dark-skinned, what they were designated as by the United States government, extraterrestrial biological entities, EBs. So the EBs, that group of them, look very different. And they may have an agenda which is quite different from some of the others, because there are different degrees of spirituality. Briefing presidents has always said that most of them are benign, but there was one that wasn't. They've never named the one. No one's ever told me who it was. But I suspect they're talking about this one branch of the reptilians, who, if you wanted a nice way to sum it up, would represent the dark. And on the other hand, the people from Mars and Venus and Saturn, who look more like us, are more spiritual, and who would represent the light.
Grato por ter assistido. Deixa o teu like, comente e compartilhe. Inscreva-se no portal Fonte Suprema. Ativa o sino para receber notificações de novos vídeos.